Welcome back, folks. The start of the American Association baseball season, it's just around the corner, which means the Sioux City Explorers are gearing up for the start of a new season. Now, the X's had their first official workout on Wednesday as they welcomed in plenty of new faces. The Explorers finished at 49-51 last season and missed the playoffs by just a single game in the West Division. Now, the team returns 4 players who were a part of the team from the start of last season, plus a few more who joined midway through. After the first few days of training, though, manager Steve Montgomery says he's got more power in the lineup and a lot of double possibilities. With the new additions to the team, they're hoping to start the season strong and set themselves up for the postseason.
Just getting off, you can't win the division in May, but you can certainly lose the division in May. We just need to get off to a good start, you know, and like I said, the goals don't change every year. Playing meaningful baseball in August, we did that last year with a strong push, but you know, I think we got a little better situation up front.
The team is excited about the depth of the roster this season, and they're eager to see the way everyone steps up in these first few games of spring training. The goal is to build off the momentum that they built up last season.
I think that's exactly what Mongo's done with who he's brought back for this year. He's trying to build off that streak that we had and try to make a good run in the playoffs this year.
The Explorers will host the Lincoln Salt Dogs for their first spring training game on Saturday at 1:05 p.m. at Lewis and Clark Park. They will also host the Fargo-Moorhead Redhawks on Sunday at 3:05 p.m. with both games completely free to attend. Then the X's, they'll open the regular season at home on Friday, May 12th.